forest mosaic, dead needles and bark. Creeping holly grape in bloom. A kebab squirrel between meals. Jigsaw patterns in the bark of ponderosa. Claret cup, hedgehog cactus. End of the Wind Forest Trail, a view across the canyon screened by ponderosa pines. There's the ponderosa pines. Chunks of lava cover the riverbank near Lava Falls Rapids in the western part of Grand Canyon. This rocky wreckage came from a natural dam formed when lava flows plugged up the Colorado. Evidence of 6 major dams have been found. The largest was 1,400 feet high and created a lake 180 miles long. Eventually, the water overflowed each dam and destroyed it. See that? The Colorado River, architect of the Grand Canyon, evolved from 2 ancient river systems. According to a theory tracing these diagrams, about 35 million years ago, the K-Mobs Plateau split at the Hualapai and the ancestral Colorado River, some 23 rivers. See that? Some 23 million years later, center, the Colorado formed Lake Bidatochi, where Hualapai rooted its way eastward. There's Lake Bidatochi. Eventually, the Hualapai broke through the plateau bottom, diverting Colorado into its channel. The continuity of the original plateau cleft by the channel of the Colorado River is still apparent in the opposing walls of the north and south rims at about 12 miles into the canyon. Here, only 4 of the canyon's 20 basic layers of rock have been exposed by the cutting action of the river. See that? An outcropping of Kaibab limestone left succumbs inexorably to the elements and the biological action of the plants, a process less dramatic than the cutting action of the river, but no less important to the shaping of the canyon, beaten by wind and rain, baked by heat, chilled by ice and snow, penetrated by rivulets of water that freeze and thaw. The rocks are gradually cracked and flaked away. Shallow pockets of rocky soil nurture wind-blown seeds of grass and pinyon pine, whose expanding roots contribute the degradation, and even the seemingly gentle lichens generate the acids that relentlessly eat into the surface of the hardest rocks. See that? Triggered by the combined forces of erosion, a rockfall in Marble Canyon, has deposited a whole new section of canyon wall in the river. Fresh grist for the water's grinding action. When such a fall occurs, the face of the cliff may be suddenly and dramatically altered. This fall, from a point high on the canyon rim, exposed a broad band of the original cream color of the Kaibab limestone, in striking contrast to the surrounding weathered rock. Meanwhile, at the rim of the rockfall has been another few feet from the plateau. See that? The canyon at Nankoweap Rapids left exposes 8 layers of rock, each of which has its own pattern of erosion. The hard rocks form sheer cliffs that soft rocks crumble into slopes and benches. The typical stair-step formation of the canyon walls arises partly from this variation in hardness, partly from the fact that higher portions of the walls have been exposed longer and had more time to erode than those lower down. See that? It's like stairs. Rocks dislodged by erosion from the canyon wall choke at the river at Crystal Rapids Ridge, tumbling along the bottom, scoring and smoothing each other as they go. They provide the river's cutting power and help deepen its channel. In years past, before a dam completed in 1963 upstream at Grand Canyon checked the river's flow, the Colorado surge along speeds and alarms rained the carrying average of 500,000 tons of rocky debris and sediment through the Grand Canyon each day. Under flood conditions, this daily tonnage rose to 27 million, and the force of the current was sufficient to carry along 6-foot boulders. Look at all these boulders here.